All right. Back to work, getting ready, to play good opponent here at Lucas Oil. So guys are excited for that. Really dialed in this morning on having a great week of preparation against a good football team, against a well-coached team. And, we know what it takes to win this game. So we just got to prepare to do that.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about team speed versus discipline when defending Lamar Jackson. How important is it to be in the right place at the right time and make the right decisions, as opposed to wanting your guys to be able to run fast and keep him in a box, so to speak?
Phil, did you sneak into our team meeting this morning?
I don't think so. I just remember you facing Mahomes, and I go back to Dungy days and having guys go fast, go fast, go fast. So I know that Lamar brings a different animal to you.
Well, no, he does, and you're right, because that's one of the things we talked about this morning is speed but discipline, and the way we talk about it is two sides of the same coin. And Lamar's a great player, and he's going to make his plays. But our goal is to minimize those the best we can. So, and one way to do that is with speed, and discipline. It has to be the combination of both. It's like a two-sided coin. One's not more important than the other. They're equally important, and you need both of them to give yourself the best chance to stop a guy like Lamar Jackson.
Thank you, Coach.
Ken Sterling.
Coach, if you had your choice between having one dominant receiver you could go to for a bunch of stuff and having 11 guys like you did on Sunday where you can choose your poison, which would you prefer?
I mean, I prefer what we have right now. I mean, that's a very fair question, but it's one that as a coach, you just have so much confidence and belief in the guys you have, and there is something about that I thoroughly get fired up about spreading the ball around, getting everybody involved. Everybody contributes. It's fun to see a guy take over a game. So like you're saying, but it's more fun for us to spread it around. We got a lot of confidence in our receivers and our backs and our tight ends. So we'll keep using all of them.
Charlie Clifford.
Coach, what have you learned about T.Y.'s injury since we spoke on Monday?
Not anticipating T.Y. to practice today. So we'll continue to evaluate him. We know T.Y. is a fast healer, obviously a veteran player. So, he'll need to practice in order to play. But, right now it's still too early to tell, but he will not practice today.
Stephen Holder.
Hey, Frank. We've talked a lot about Lamar being unique, and he is. But what about Darius and the uniqueness of Darius? We just talked to John Harbaugh, and he just said, you rarely see a guy who's that good against the run and such a great cover guy. What does having a guy like that just enable you to do? And just how unique a player is he?
I think it's a good comparison because I do think what you're alluding to is accurate in that, I think you get everybody to tell you that Lamar is in a class almost by himself as far as, what he brings and the qualities he brings to the position in such an elite and unique way. And I really believe Darius is showing that at linebacker. I know there's a lot of other really good linebackers in this league, but the combination of speed and length and playmaking ability, how effective Darius is, when he's pressuring the quarterback, how effective he is in coverage, how effective he is, playing the run. I would put him in a similar category, just on the other side of the ball. So I like that. I like that analogy.
Jim Aiello.
Hi, Frank. I know we've asked you a lot about what Philip Rivers is like in practice. I was curious, you got a chance to kind of watch Philip Rivers versus Eric Weddle up close. And from what I understand, those battles were kind of nuts during practice, kind of fun. Can you talk about what those were like?
Oh, man. Yes. I mean, I'm just telling you that was you. If you love football, you want to watch those battles in practice. They were epic. And that's not an understatement. I mean, just two really close friends and close teammates, and ultra competitors. When I'm old and retired and telling old football stories. Among those stories are going to be those battles. I mean, those are some of the, you talk about the games and the things that happen in games, but when you really love the game and around ball, it's what happens out of practice. And those two guys are two elite players. Really getting after it in practice was a lot of fun to be a part of.
And how much better do you think those two made each other, one way or the other?
That's what it's about. I mean, that's a big part of it. I say this all the time. I mean, coaches, we have obviously, I believe we have a very important role in what we're doing with the players, but the players learn more from each other. They learn more from each other, more from the guys at their position, more from the other side of the, they talk in the locker room. I just remember back to my years playing, the most valuable conversations, and as great as all the coaching was, and I had some great coaching and I learned a lot from my coaches, but I put even more weight and value on those interactions amongst the players.
Okay, we'll go two more. Joel Erickson.
Frank, how's Kamoko Toure doing, and does he have a chance for this week or maybe next week?
Well, he's going to practice and continue to get reps, and he looks good. So we're not going to, box ourselves in on any decision one way or the other. But right now he's practicing and making the progress that we want to see in him practicing.
Last one, Kevin Bowen.
Frank, I got a quick one and then a real one. Jonathan Taylor, is he good to practice today?
He's good to practice. He's expected to practice today, yes.
And then will you have one person play Lamar and scout team this week, or how do you even try and replicate his speed?
Yeah, we've talked about it some. We may mix it up some. I mean, Jacoby will do most of it. Jacoby will do most of it. And then as the week goes on, we might try a wrinkle or two here or there.